As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nani nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwu Abiyama believe we're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, Chukwokika Abiyama, to bless mankind through the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. Ahadin sosine bigebi rone bigebi. He said.
It's Young Flight on the beats.
The silver jacket body with Biafra gun. Umokoko, mad people everywhere. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey make me gaga. He dey make me gaga. He dey make me gaga. This your G. He dey make me gaga. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. He dey pay me, yo, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, yo, gaga. In this city, he dey pay me, yo, gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, yo, for you. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we're not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me, oh gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh gaga. In this LG, he dey pay me, oh gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh gaga. Yeah. Biafra voice 247. Love you, we love you, everything me blood, brother man, you know. We go Chris. Chia Makaka, Ogarof, Rasta man of God. Love you. Yeah. Biafra, you know. Ikuku. Bad guy, you know. But the water master. Love you. I can't see how I go on. I get yellow, where's the minute? All them. Enemies of Biafra, mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, now go the best. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, go now go the best. Yeah, he dey pay me for you. He dey pay me, gaga. Oh, he did me, oh, DAGA. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a black man. My God. So I'm on a maximum respect. He did me, oh, for you. He did me, oh, DAGA. Africa, he did me, oh, DAGA. This your G, he did me, oh, DAGA.
You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about our freedom, on a good verse. Yes, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome to this very live presentation. Today's date is 12th of August 2024, and we are live and direct. The time right now is exactly 20 minutes past 9 p.m. here in the land of Chukwokikabiama. We have come to do the needful this very evening. We are not going to take your time, so please, if you join me, endeavor to welcome others as we also do the same with this very piece from a young Biafran.
Think about your life because the inside is so real. Ndi butu inusi, agwa wati matano di. Ekurisi ya na Yesu, tiri ebe go makwese. Makanu panu boko, opa tichiria, abona boso mwenye, ona yeku chikona kana. Asi mabura kuno mare, ya buru biyaru. Namogara Palamo, surrounding bosom. Obado Maketo, money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa Mobaram see, Nabia Frabalamo, Iabuna Nimino, Kambu Parayano. Makanoji Femata Winyakaye, Akalobe Ilo, Lesia. Oye mufe mufara nifea, Nkabu Panuko. Biafra is my life. Biafra Wabarabo. Now we must go back to our land. And get the Kwanu to go if I would get me up 4 years ago, gonna stop in me also. Open the Diraku, Mano, yes, no, government, Western not to one Nigeria. Yabiko Solonga, Salam, Gausa, can you measure one neighbor? But an open road, Gausa, as the good governor is. Not that you tap on the house of woman.
Ogini, welcome once again, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom. As I have said, we have come to do the needful this very evening. We are live and direct. And I am very, very certain that Chukwokikabia Mabineligwe is bearing us witness as we decimate the zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. We are not decimating the zoo on microphone alone. We are no longer decimating the zoo on media. We are decimating the zoo on media and as well decimating the zoo on ground. That is the reason why they are not sleeping. That is the reason why Musa is crying. That is the reason why Tinubu is panicking. That is the reason why everything that has to do with the zoo, including their police, are all panicking over the decimation in Biafra land. We are not shaken I welcome every one of you. I can see your comments in the comment section. We are not going to do it as usual because of our time. As you can see, we came a very bit late. Let me not say, let me not, mince word. I don't want to be economical. Let me just say the way it is. So there's no need of, doing it as usual. Please, I welcome every one of you. Endeavor to welcome others once you join me live and direct. I will try as much as possible to make this very live broadcast an interactive one indeed, if time permits us, of course, because I don't know if I will go in full. We will be discussing and talking about so many things this very evening because a lot of things have happened already, and of course I would like us to touch them, even though it is not all of it. So let me first of all bring the main topic to the screen so that we can read in details and of course analyze it in details and of course send a very important message to our people who are here in Biafra land, and of course our people who are also in abroad in the diaspora who also have their families here in Biafra land. All right, this is the first topic we will be discussing this very evening. And of course, there is also another thing that we will be talking about, moving forward. Immediately we are done with this very all-important information that is right now on your screen. We will be, delving into other matters that bothers, that bothers us, especially in this very critical moment. We have a video of Emeka Anyoko. We will be treating that very, idiocy because in the Igbo na abụ okenye kpali onwe ya, okenye kpali onwe ya, ụmụaka eke ya ọkpụ. Okenye kpali onwe ya, ụmụaka eke ya ọkpụ. When you want to be truthful, be truthful. Do not be politically correct. Do not be economical with the truth. God does not cherish that. God does not give any credit to somebody who is politically correct or who is economical in terms of or when saying the truth. When speaking the truth, you must not be economical about it. Say it the way it is. Emeka Anyoko claimed to have spoken the truth to Tinubu by outlining the countries that he termed the pluralistic, countries that failed to manage their pluralism or whatever he called it, and they ended up breaking up. They ended up disintegrating. And he also talked about those that manage their pluralism, and today they are standing as a one united strong country like China, India, and all of them. He thought that he is wise and he has spoken the truth. But I will get to that. If time permits me to bring his video to screen, then I will decimate it. I will, in fact, my brother, Pastor Van Vam. So before then, let us first of all talk about this, because in if I ne kukita buisi sapunti abado. Going by the title of this very live presentation, you can see it is written, the brutal 1 month lockdown order is the DAGA that will buy the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Finally, the DAGA, I said the DAGA, In case you don't know what is the DAGA, I don't think that is an English word. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. The people that we usually see DAGA with them are the Fulanese who move about carrying dagger up and down. So I don't know if that dagger is actually an Hausa language or an English language. Hausa word or English word, I don't know. So, whichever, that dagger is the 1 month brutal lockdown, which is about to buy the zoo finally within Biafra territory. We have been decimating them, like as I said. I am just waiting patiently until the unveiling of the Biafran app, which is going to be a groundbreaking one. And then we will start showing or using our videos where these terrorists are being decimated and neutralized in Biafra land. We'll be using them for our expositions and, of course, analysis. But for the fact we are still using these borrowed apps, we are going to do as much as we can to respect their community guidelines. I welcome every one of you once again. Please, I want you to pay very, very good attention. This program this evening is very, very important. Very, very, very important. Please, I want you to pay attention and remember that we came very, very late. So I want to urge you to do the needful as you join me. You, of course, you know what to do. I don't have to remind you once again, my people. Let's move. According to the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Kpai Simon Njoku has said, our next 1 month lockdown of Nigeria terrorist institutions within Biafra territory is not civil disobedience. Aye. Chineke me. For those who claim to be freedom fighters, those of you that claim to be freedom fighters, deceiving not just our people, but yourselves. Deceiving yourselves, claiming to be freedom fighters, stealing and robbing our people, sending them to street protest, and of course, knowing fully well that the zoo terrorists in uniform will buy them at sight. Yet you sent them to street protests here in Biafra land, claiming to be freedom fighter or whatever you may call yourself. Then when the original thing, the main thing that you are supposed to do to free yourselves as freedom fighters, when that thing comes, you begin to shiver. You begin to shiver. I want you to pay attention tonight. I want everybody to pay very good attention, because I know that some of you must have read this from the official X handle of the Prime Minister, and you say, okay, no problem. Of course, you understand the grammar, you understand the English language, but there are more to this. There are more things to this. And that is why people like us are here to pieces it, every single thing that is involved. So, the word here is not civil disobedience. Then this is going to take me to another And this is going to make me to digress a little and take me to a different thing entirely because of that very word on your screen. It is not civil disobedience. And remember what I have just said. For those of you, because there's a video. Hey, Chineke Kekangis, how am I going to coordinate this? Because as I'm talking, a lot of things is coming in my head. I don't know. Chineke Melu, may God give me the capacity in order to coordinate this broadcast, because once I speak, another thing will come to my head, and I want to bring it to the screen at the same time so that we can be able to connect the dots and get the whole meaning, the actual meaning of what we are talking about. So now let us do this based on what is on your screen. Based on what is on your screen, the Prime Minister said our next 1 month lockdown of Nigeria terrorist institutions within Biafra land is not civil disobedience. I want you to be at this. We're going to read all of it one by one and analyze them, but I want you to just copy that. Copy that, because I want to bring something else to the screen. Just copy that. And remember what I have said, right? For those of you who claim to be freedom fighters, who claim to be hardcore, IPOB hardcore, whenever you hear the things we are supposed to do to free ourselves from bondage, you begin to shiver. You call us all sorts of names, even the names called us by the zoo. You who claim to be a freedom fighter will as well call us that same name. It is a shame, a pity. The face that I want to bring right now to my screen is something that I have never done in my whole life. I don't like bringing some idiotic faces to give them unnecessary promotion. I don't like giving some idiots who are on the trenches, I don't like giving them unnecessary promotion. So I've never done it before, but I'm going to do it today, not only because the Prime Minister shared it on his X handle, not only that, but because of the topic at hand. Because of the topic at hand. So that has necessitated that has given me the courage. Let me use that word, the courage, because I have no courage of bringing some idiots to my screen. So that has given me the courage to do what I'm doing right now. So let him enjoy it while it lasts. Let him enjoy the promotion. So let's move.
I want to ask, who are these group of people that when you listen to them, you will see that this group of people are being hypnotized. They go about killing police in Biafra land.
Did you hear the rubbish question? The idiot woman is asking another mumu man, another very idiotic element that cannot even spell his name. Who are these people that have been hypnotized, that go about buying policemen? Did you hear that word? That go about buying policemen. And when you ask her, who are the policemen that they are buying, she will tell you Nigerian police. Because she will never tell you Biafran police. She will never tell you Biafran police. Because the Biafra Liberation Army is not buying the Biafran police. As a matter of fact, the Biafran police as it stands right now has absolutely nothing to do with AK-47. They are the ones who operate within our communities to gather informations about the movements of the terrorists. And of course, policing our environment, our areas, our land. the proper policing, whereby you cannot even see them. Eyotago. So now their work is based on intelligence. So this useless woman here cannot say that she is talking about the Biafran police. Moreover, they do not believe in Biafran police. So therefore, she is strictly talking about the Nigerian police. And who are these Nigerian police? And what has the Nigerian police done to Biafra? Nigerian police have been buying Biafran people since the formation, not even IPOB, but MASOB. Since the formation of MASOB, Nigerian police have been buying the Biafran people, and they down till the time of IPOB under them. Nigerian police was not just accused, but was seen on several occasions buying their members, O2 members, because on Abeg Ekuofa say, he didn't take oath. I am more Biafra than you are. I am more IPOB than you are because you are not an O2 member. Buying O2 members, those that took oath with them, they went about, the same zoo police went about buying the oath members of IPOB that they believe in. And today, you have Biafra Liberation Army on revenge, not just on revenge, on move to restore Biafra. They are today being sympathetic of the same Nigerian police that have buyed their oath members. Shame! Arumelo. I don't want to shout because it's late already. I don't know Chamoko. This is not what I wanted to do. This is not what I wanted to do. When I was coming on live, this is not what I wanted to do. But because of that very first paragraph of the Prime Minister's statement, which is the main thing that have brought me to live broadcast program this evening, has made it very, 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 I don't know, necessary, could be very, very small, imperative that I bring these stupid people on the screen. The same zoo police that have been buying their fellow oath members who sworn an oath to fight for Biafra, they pushed them to street from Uchemefo down to Chinas Ahanwohu, the last one that happened in Aba, where they buy Akbarawa Mendi, one of the top members here in Biafra land. He was spied during that very street protest that they were pushed by the criminal in Kuwait and the Kwashoko idiot in Switzerland. And this woman is now not only this woman, they are now sympathetic to the same organization, terrorist organization, that have buyed their oath group, their oath members. The same organization that murdered our people in Aba High School, the same organization that murdered that very young lady, that very young, I don't know how we could not do proper research to know that girl, that fair lady, that fair young girl that was spied at Onitsha Head Bridge in 2017. I wonder how we didn't do a proper research for that very woman. These are the people that we're supposed to, write their names on gold. What about Mpo? What about Emene? Emene in Enugu State. And today, let's listen to them.
Killing people. They will make the video and speak Igbo language. And you'll be wondering, are these people really people looking for freedom or restoration of Biafra?
What do you mean? Are they looking for freedom or restoration of Biafra? What is the difference? What is the difference? Because when you are lying and carrying out propaganda, you begin to talk rubbish. What's the difference? And how else do you want to fight for the freedom? How else do you want to fight for it? You want to continue to send your so-called oath members to the street. You set some people, some few individuals under the guise of Biafra media warriors, IPOB media warriors. You send them. They will hide in some strategic, locations, covering what is happening. When the zoo police will come and military and shoot them at sight, these your so-called IPOB media warriors that you have, positioned in some strategic, positions, will cover it with a camera and post it on social media everywhere. Everywhere on social media, only on social media, everywhere. They will be sharing it. They will be sharing it everywhere. They will be tagging United Nations, tagging America, tagging Britain, tagging European Union, tagging African Union. Only they have done this since 2011-12 till the other time they were massacred in Aba, that took the life of Akparawa Mendy and many others. That is how they believe to fight. That is the only way they believe that freedom is being fought. And they deceive themselves and their useless listeners that they are fighting for freedom on no violence, with no, is it with or on no violence means. They deceive them that you are going to divide a country in Africa with no violence. Are you insane? In Africa, that we do not know the meaning of democracy. Even in Europe, the Europeans brought democracy to us. Till yesterday, they are still fighting. Till tomorrow, Israel is still fighting. Israel is fighting. Palestinian is fighting. Are you wiser than them? Do you know God more than Israel? We were told that Israel are the children of God. That is what Bible told us. Yet they are still fighting with bombs. Ndị a na-egbu ọkwa mmadụ kafa na-egbu ife anwa. Iche na ọ bụ ụmụ ndị mmụọ kafa na-egbu, iche na ọ bụ ọkụkọ kafa na-egbu, ịmara na mmadụ ka Israel na-egbu. But ogbugbu fa na-egbu ndị mmadụ anọ, all they justified because of what? They are fighting for their land. They are fighting for survival, because if they fail to fight, ndị anọ akpọrọ ndị hama clear functioning overnight. They will clear them overnight. Israel are fighting. Are you more holy than Israel? So now, Russia, Ukraine, they are fighting. But gịnị na-ada ọgụ a nwere onwe? Ukraine said they want to be free from Russia in order to have the right and freedom to join any organization of their choice. Russia say no, you cannot be free to join NATO. You must not join NATO. That was the fight. But when it comes to Biafra, why? You begin to quote Bible for me. I saw somebody, one idiot, wrote on comment section, only if we can pray. He was advising me not to call Nigeria zoo. And he claimed to be a Biafran. Don't call Nigeria zoo. As a Christian, you must not call Nigeria zoo. That let us pray so hard so that God will soften their heart to give us Biafra, to release us, to give us Biafra. negide anya ike agwụ m ọ dị ka njide ọnya a physically gbajie ya ịbụa ọ dị ka njide onye delu rubbish ahụ gbajie ya ịbụa because some people do not have sense, no brain at all, no brain at all. Now let's listen to them.
What do you say about such people who do such things, and you see them jubilating after killing a number of security agencies and even
number of security agencies? Now she will add it propaganda. Listen.
Innocent Biafrans.
You
see them jubilating, saying killing people.
Let me take it back.
People looking for freedom or restoration of Biafra. What do you say about such people who do such things, and you see them jubilating after killing a number of security agencies and even innocent Biafrans? You see them jubilating, saying that if they finish killing people, that even if it is 2 people or 2 persons that remain, that those 2 persons will go into Biafra.
Now, this is the same, the Prime Minister made reference of this word, a couple of days ago. They have carried it. And this word came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This same word came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from beginning. And this nonsense was done on the platform of Biafra television, built by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra television, built by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sweat. They are sitting on top of the sweat of a man who is today suffering in the dungeon of a terrorist group called DSS, sitting on top of his platform to make caricature of what he's fighting for. Desecrating that very hallowed platform, sitting on top of his sweat to insult him. Because if they thought they are insulting Biafra, or if they thought they are insulting Simon Ekpa, or insulting the Biafra Liberation Army, or insulting BLGIE, they don't know what they are doing. They are insulting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the spirit of Biafra, which is going to deal with them decisively. Which is going to deal with them decisively. On top of the platform built by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with his sweat. None of them was around when this platform was built. They have hijacked it after selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today they are insulting Biafra. They are insulting the spirit of our ancestors on that very hallowed platform, doing propaganda that they Kpai themselves, they are Kpaing themselves, they are doing this and doing that. Kpaing innocent people. Who is Kpaing innocent people? Who is Kpaing innocent people? Is it not the same security agencies you are trying to, to protect? Imagine Biafran agitator is now protecting the zoo. Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call them Janjaweed? Like, can somebody help me? I don't understand what is going on. Help me, please. Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call them Janjaweed? Zoo Janjaweed. The same Janjaweed is what they are today protecting on the same platform built with the sweat and blood of innocent Biafrans. Hi. So we have to go back to our topic. We have to go back to our topic. Now, I hope you understand why I'm doing this, right? I am doing this because I'm not going to allow this fool here to speak because I don't want to listen to Onion Agua Summary. I can't allow the idiot. If you are watching, if that idiot is watching right now, talk Wagogi, I cannot allow you to speak on my platform. It's not possible. I have taken what I wanted to take and I have to let them go. So let's go back to our Prime Minister's, update. Hi, Alo Melo. Alo Melo mu Biafra, Alo Melo. Alo Melo. The zoo has collapsed. I want, wherever you are, I want you to believe, to understand, not just believe. I want you to understand that the zoo has collapsed. And this very 1 month lockdown, which is coming, is the DAGA. The DAGA that will buy the Zoological Republic finally. The DAGA. This 1 month lockdown of the zoo. When I say lockdown of the zoo, I'm talking about every institution representing the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, within Biafra territory will be shut down completely within 1 month. And remember that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Kpai Simon Njoku, has said, our next 1 month lockdown of Nigeria terrorist institutions within Biafra territory is not civil disobedience. It is not civil disobedience. Then, after showing you that video, which is connecting with what we are doing now, it is not civil disobedience. We have been doing civil disobedience with every Monday sit at home for the past 3 years, which we are not stopping anytime soon, unless we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the DSS custody, hell and hearty. Hell and hearty. They must always remember that word, underline that word. Hell and hearty. The same word they used when they were kidnapped, when they placed bounty on him. They say anybody who will bring him to them, hell and hearty. We are also demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hell and hearty, unconditionally. Now, after we have been doing observing 1 month, every Monday sit at home under the guise of civil disobedience. This one that is coming, the PM has said, is not civil disobedience. And for those of you who will be panicking and say, my God, oh my God, how come it's not civil disobedience? What is the word going to say? How are we going to do it? I want you to pay attention. Because, like as I told you from beginning, that this very broadcast working on, I told you that it is going to be very, 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 brutal. So we will be connecting the dots from all angles in order to make you understand properly what we are doing. And also to make you understand that what we are doing is within the corridors within the ambit of the law. Remember, within the ambit of the law. Because that is the only way you can defeat them. You defeat them diplomatically, you defeat them in every angle, including by law. Now, let me read some portion. After reading some portion, I will show you what I want to show, because there's something else I want to show you in order to, to correspond. Because those of you who will be asking, how do you say it's not civil disobedience? And now listen, pay attention, I will answer that. I'm going to answer that. He said, it is forceful lockdown of the terrorist Nigeria army barracks, terrorist police station, state government houses, governor's lodge, or secretariats, both federal, state, and local government. Checkpoints will be decimated, as many as possible. During this 1 month, civilians are advised to be security conscious. Go about your businesses, go about your normal businesses, but don't go close to any government-owned facility. This list will be posted after the lockdown has been declared. Our demands are simple. Our demands are simple. Let me take this again. The things that will be affected. The things that will be affected. Just a moment. The affected areas. Listen. According to him, he said, it is forceful lockdown of terrorist Nigeria army barracks. Forceful lockdown, because through civil disobedience or civil disobedience, yes, through civil disobedience, you cannot lock down the terrorist barracks. You cannot lock down the terrorist station, and you cannot lock down the so-called government houses. Civil disobedience, because they cannot listen to you. Lock down the governor's lodge through civil disobedience. You can lock down the secretariats, both federal, state, and local government. You can't lock it down through civil disobedience. The only way to lock it down through civil disobedience is when the workers fail to attend, to attend work, to go to work. When the workers fail to go to work, then it cannot even lock. They can't even lock it up. They can't lock it down, but they will just, everywhere will be scanty, and there will be no workers, and everywhere will just be like that. Not that it is locked down, no. And if they hear there is, maybe there's an attack somewhere, they can jam the doors, they can lock the gates. But if there is no attack, there is no, everywhere is peaceful, the gate will be open. The gates of these government houses and governor's lodge and all that, secretariat, will be open. It's not, I've never seen the secretariat locked during our Monday sit at home. I haven't seen it, but I know that people are not there. The gates are open, but people are not inside. People are not working because of what they are sitting at home. But when there is no civil disobedience, and you want those gates to be shut down, to be locked down, completely chained, then it has to be taken by force. The word of God says that the kingdom of heaven suffered, the kingdom of God, since the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and only the violent ones take it by force. By force. And there is no law that stops them. Now, you will be asking, is it within the ambit of the law? How do you intend to do it? I have a message for you. We have done it before, and we are going to do it again. If you are joining me right now, endeavor to do the needful. Do the needful. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Absolutely important. We are coming back to the word of the Prime Minister. We are coming back. We are coming back there. We are coming back there. So let me show you something. For those of you who may be, skeptical. For those of you who may be skeptical, let me show you something very, very important. For those of you who may not understand Why should we lock it by force? Why wouldn't it be civil disobedience? Why must it be by force? If you are skeptical about that, I have this thing for you on the screen. Can you see it properly? If you can see it properly, let me know in the comment section. If you can see it properly, if you cannot see it properly, then I will download it within a second and then bring it through another means. Can you see it properly? In our Fuma, let me know if you can see it, because I want, when I'm reading, I want you to read with me. I want all of us to read together. Can you see the written words? If you cannot see it, let me know in the comment section so that I can download it. I've already downloaded it so that I can show it through another means. Very, very, very important. Some people say no, sir. Some people say yes. Some people say not really. Some people say not clear. Let me see if the PDF can be downloaded. If it can be downloaded, then I will play it from another, another platform entirely. So what we want to do today, because we are connecting the dots. Yes, I think it's going to be better now. Yes, I think it's going to be better here. Don't worry, Angolango Nanko Nabia. Angolango Nanko Nabia is going to be better here. What we are doing is connecting the dots based on the word of the Prime Minister. Because if we do not do this, many of us may not understand how do we do it by force. I want you to know that whatever we are doing it within the ambit of the law. Within the ambit of the law. Because the law of Africa, the law of Europe, the law of America, the United Nations Charter recognizes the freedom of people, people's right to freedom. It is well recognized, well documented, both the African Charter and of course, the United Nations Charter for People's Right. And there's that particular word that African Charter Article 20 used, which we will be addressing very, very soon. I believe it's better now. I believe it is better at the moment. Let me zoom it a little bit. Now let me know if you can see it now. If you can see it now, please let me know. I believe it is better at this very point in time. Let me know. Let me know if you can see, because I want all of us, I want us to read it together, not just me. I don't want to read and explain. I want us to read together. We have done this before. And we are doing it again. Because if we do not do this, we have to do this on a regular basis to keep on reminding our people what we are doing. Now, if you are skeptical about the word of the Prime Minister, that look, the next 1 month lockdown of the zoo institutions within Biafra territory is not civil disobedience, but is going to be forceful shutdown of terrorist barracks, terrorist stations, secretariat and all of it, both federal, state, and local. I have this for you. If you do not understand what that means, now we are going to read African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Article 20. We are going to read number 1, chapter 1. We are going to read chapter 2, and we are going to read chapter 3. And then we are going to pick a certain word out of it. I've done it before, and I'm doing it again. Makandi Makandi I wasn't there. Let's do it together. Chapter 1 says, all peoples shall have right to existence. All peoples shall have right to existence. I want to ask my people, if we are not free as Biafra, are we really existing in the zoo? Can we tell ourselves the honest truth? You know, I don't know how to be economical with the truth. I don't know how to be economical with the truth. I don't bite words. I don't mince words. I say it the way they are. No matter whose ox is being God, I don't care. That is me. And that's why some people do not, some people are not, comfortable with the way I do my things. Many people are not really comfortable with the way I do my things, but I don't care. I always think of two things. Odichukumma, demumma, odigoke. Once odichukumma, first odikwachukumma, odichukumma, then I'm okay. Odihachukumma, demumma, odi okay. I believe nobody got these two people mma. Chukwu na mụnwa, then ndị ọzọ bụzi mmadụ ibe m ọ ya adịfa mma onye ọ na-adị ozi mma ọ gbasalụ gị. It's none of my business. I've done my best. Now, if you want to tell yourself the truth, are the Biafran people really existing in the zoo? Are we existing in the zoo? Do we really exist in the zoo? The answer is no. We are alive, but we are not existing in the zoo. What makes us existing in the zoo? What can you point out now and say this is the reason why I am proudly saying that Biafra people are existing in the zoo? Can you tell me one thing? Just one thing. They come and take your oil, they take all your minerals, they go and build Kaduna, they go and build Kano, they build Abuja, they build Lagos, they build Sokoto, they build Zamfara. They told you that the oil in Bayelsa belong to Jigawa. Isn't it? The oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. So now, tell me one thing, one particular thing that you can hold very, very dearly and say, yes, Biafran people are truly existing in the zoo. Since 1960, a Biafran man fought for the so-called independence of Nigeria as it stands today. Since then, after a few months of Agui Ironsi, reign as military head of state, till today, Igbo man has never smelled that very seat. As if that is not enough. It doesn't matter who rules. It doesn't matter who rules. In as much as there is existence of the Biafra region or people under the Zoological Republic. It doesn't matter who rules. Anybody can rule, in as much as we have everything that we deserve to have. Do you have roads? Do you have roads? Is there anything that called road transportation system or road network in Biafra territory between the southeast and south-south? Is there anything in Olune Nuna, assuming you are landing in the air? Can you see anything like you can say, the road network of this area is fantastic? Can you see anything like that? It is not possible in Biafra land. Do you have water? It is not there. Do you have electricity? Let me tell you the truth. Of course, we all know that the zoo doesn't have electricity, but it is worst in Biafra land. The place they call Southeast, South. It is the worst part in terms of electricity in entire Zoological Republic. Once in a while, you have electricity. We talk. No, can the mad open nonsense. What do you have to show that you are existing in this zoo? Absolutely nothing. Do you have hospital? The answer is no. Is it school that you have? The answer is no. What do you have? You have nothing. Now, all people shall have right to existence, which we don't have in the zoo. They shall have the unquestionable and inalienable right to self-determination. To self-determination. I love that word. I wish I can highlight it. They shall have the unquestionable and inalienable right to self-determination. Self-determination. Do we know the meaning of self-determination? I love the way they use that word. To self-determination. You have the inalienable right, unquestionable right to determine where you want to belong. That word is very clear. Black and white. In case it's in a man, you don't know any other color. You don't know brown. You don't know green. You don't know red. You don't know. You must know black and you must know white. You don't know purple. Good. It's not everybody that knows purple. You don't know pink. It's not everybody that knows pink. But whether you go to school or not, you must know the black and white color. That is how it is. Edeliana black and white. Black and white. Self-determination. It is our right. And how do you actualize this self-determination? Now they said, they shall freely determine their political status and shall pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. Wow, this is very, very... Which word am I going to use? Which word? Extra. This is very, very extra. I don't know. Can I let be? This is very, very astronomical. I'm trying to look for a word. The word use that qualify. That can carry the capacity of these very words in this very charter. With this very charter that Nigeria is signatory to, no freedom fighter, no Biafran freedom fighter that can be genuinely sentenced. Nobody. I say genuinely sentenced. No one. Forget kangaroo. Forget about their kangaroo court. No Biafran freedom fighter that can be genuinely sentenced. No one. With this law on your screen, which the zoo is signatory to, and any international law that Nigeria is signatory to has automatically become a law in Nigeria. They say you need a referendum, you need to change constitution for referendum. You don't need to change the constitution for referendum. There is referendum in the African Charter, and there is also referendum in the United Nations Charter, which the zoo is signatory to. So it has become a law within Nigeria. So we don't need to change. People, when they come on television, like Emeka Anyoko, when he was talking, he said, we need a constitution that has referendum inside. I was looking at this man. They say he was the former secretary of Commonwealth. What is Commonwealth? Commonwealth is countries colonized by the zoo, by Britain. So if you are secretary of Commonwealth, you are a colonized fool, a colonized idiot. You have no brain. You are among those that Mazin Namdekano was talking to. Mazin, let me see if I can. Let me see that video. You are among those. Emeka Anyoko is among those that Mazin Namdekano was talking to. He was the president or secretary general of Commonwealth. You are a Commonwealth, a colonized idiot, a colonized fool. You have no right to speak for Biafrans. You have no capacity. They will come on television. They will speak big grammar. They will speak eloquently. Ichanogila madi begino. Imaro na ndị gị na fa na-emeka ife bụ oluku kafabo. Fools. Aran nonsense. Ife fa bụ oluku fools. Na-enwero brain. Ilono gị na madi begino. You need to change constitution or zoo constitution before you can have referendum. No, it is a lie. I will bring that video later. Now, it says they should pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. So they don't have to tell us whether we need to go to guerrilla warfare or not. It is the policy that we have freely chosen. We have freely chosen. This is law. What I'm reading is law. Don't think that I have just brought a piece of paper to read for you. No. In case if you are joining me right now, do not think I'm reading a piece of paper for you. I'm not reading I'm reading the law of the land. African Charter for Peoples and Human Rights. African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Article 20, Chapter 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to Chapter 2. Now listen. Colonized or oppressed people shall have the right to free themselves from the bonds of domination by resorting to any means recognized by the international community. Bam. Osetigon. Remember, we are dissecting the word. I don't know if you are following. I like it. When I'm talking to my people, they must understand me. They must understand me. That means non-Abba. Listen, we are dissecting a certain word spoken by the Prime Minister that, in case if you are joining me now, let me remind you, let me refresh your memory. For those who have been here, I want you to remember. And for those who are joining now, let me refresh your memory. There's a word we are dissecting, which the Prime Minister said, our next 1 month shutdown of Nigeria terrorist institutions within Biafra territory is not civil disobedience. And he went on to say, it is forceful lockdown of terrorist Nigeria army barracks, terrorist police stations, state government houses, governor's lodge, all secretariats, federal, states, and capital. These are the words, because Based on the video which I played for you, they are panicking. They are saying, these people that go about buying, they call them innocent security agents and, police. They are suddenly, zoo police has finally become innocent. Ụwa dịkwa egwu ụmụnne m. Ụwa dị egwu, my people. Suddenly, all of a sudden, zoo, police, and army, janjaweed. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called them janjaweed. They have become innocent. Okay, Azua. So people are panicking, asking, how do you do it if it's not civil disobedience? How do you forcefully do this and do that? We are telling you now, everything the Biafra government is doing is within the ambit of the law. We have never gone outside of the law before. Onedoganya, because ọ na-adị mma ịtụpụ nkịta akọrọ igosi ya ka ọ na-adịrọ ya ka ịtụlụ ya mbọ. So he doesn't feel like this man eche na onye asị na ya nwe m, why o ji atụ m mbọ. So ịtụpụ ya igosi ya ka o doo ya anya n'ọkwa ndụ ka a na-azọ ya. Okwu m na-ekwu na-abụ ọ na-abịa in parables. These words are coming in parables. Ịtụpụ nkịta akọrọ igosi ya, because the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile has told our people to be conscious of their security, be security conscious, and not only being security conscious, you must do what? You must stay away. You must stay away from anything called checkpoint. Not only checkpoint, you must stay away. You must stay away from any terrorist barracks, stations, or whatsoever. You must stay away from them. And by the time you lock down these offices, you need to tell them the reason why you are locking the offices. Because remember that the people who are working there are also our people. The people who are working there in those offices are our people. So you need to tell them, because anye jirokwa iron hand. Anye jiro iron hand against our people. No. The people we are using iron hand against are the zoo. But our own people who serve in those offices, who are our own, must be enlightened, must be educated. Not the education they get in the classroom, no. They must be enlightened and educated on what we are doing. If you do not enlighten them, they will think that what you are doing to the zoo is against them. I don't know if you are connecting the dot. Are you following my people? Are you getting me? Are you paying attention, please? If you do not educate them, they will think that what you are doing to the zoo to free them is actually against them. They will not understand. So that is the reason why what we are doing is extremely important. That's when you use that word. No, if I didn't call our people any name. No, I can't. Mana you look up, you ndi Igbo. No, itopu nkita akori gosia, kona adore ake toliambo. So our people need this in-depth analysis to let them know what we are doing is not against them, but to free them from the oppression, from the shackles of neo-colonialism. Did you get that? Chapter 2 says, colonized or oppressed peoples shall have the right to free themselves from the bonds of domination, from the bondage of domination, by resorting to any means recognized by the international community. And now, you may be asking a very important question, very, very constructive question. What is this means that is recognized by the international community? What is this means? Remember, it says that if you are being colonized, which Biafrans are, any Biafran man saying that you are not colonized today, then you are lying to yourself. Any Biafran person, man or woman, that will say that you are not oppressed today, God will never forgive you for lying to yourself. Because when you are lying to the public, you're actually lying to yourself in the public. You are lying to yourself in the public. So God does not forgive such person. We are oppressed. We are the definition of oppression. Oppressed people. We are the definition of oppressed people. Now we, anywa bundibo, but the definition of oppressed people. So, if you say we are not oppressed, tell me, can you maximize your potential, your full potential as a Biafran man in the Zoological Republic? Can you tell me how many of them, apart from the buying and selling people, the business guys, tell me anybody that has fully maximized his or her potential in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom without traveling abroad, and he is a pure Biafran man. It is a lie. Until you go into their politics, sing the praises of the Fulani, praise the Yoruba, and then they will now see you as a happy slave. They will bring you in. The same way they have brought in Devumahi, brought in Nyesonwike, brought in other idiots like Soludo, all of them, happy slaves, like Peter Mba, Peter, what's the other one? Peter Obi, happy slaves. The way they have brought them in, they lick the nyash of the idiots in Zamfara and Sokoto. They'll bring them in, happy slaves. Tell me anybody, even as high as Chinua Achebe was rated, yet ordinary Wole Soyinka usurped him and won the Nobel laureate instead of Chinua Achebe. That how many of his books have been translated into hundreds of languages? Only things fall apart is known till eternity all over the world. As I am big today, I don't know any one single book written by Wole Soyinka as an adult that I am today. You may think I'm exaggerating, you may think I'm lying, but witness, I'm telling you the truth. I can never lie to you. I am not doing propaganda here. As big as I am, as educated as I am, as knowledgeable as I am, I don't know any single book written by Wole Soyinka. But if I don't know any other book written by Chinua Achebe, I know things fall apart. But they usurped him and gave Nobel laureate to Wole Soyinka. With what? What did he write? He wrote nothing. Absolutely nothing. To compare, not that he didn't try you, to compare with Chinua Achebe, who should have won that very prize. But because he was a Biafran, He was an Igbo man. They usurped him and gave it to Wole Soyinka, who is an Ofem man. Who is an Ofem man? So you cannot maximize, you can never attain your potential, your full height in the zoo as a Biafran man. You can never, unless you travel abroad. Unless you travel abroad. So that means we are oppressed people. This word, I cannot stop reading this very Article 20, 1, 2, and 3 all through my life, unless Biafra comes, because this is me. This is my life. This is my story. What is written here is me. What is written here is you. You listening to me, you Biafran man, you Biafran woman, you Biafran child, listening to me, this is you. What you are seeing on the screen is you. You yourself. So don't joke with it. That we have the right to freely free ourselves. We have the right to free ourselves from the bondage of domination by resorting to any means recognized by international community. So what is this means recognized by international community? Let us go further. Let us read further and see that means that is recognized. Now, the chapter 3 clearly says, all peoples shall have the right to the assistance of the state parties to the present charter in their liberation struggle, against foreign domination, be it political, economical, or cultural. Whichever type of domination or oppression you are passing through, you have the right to liberate yourself. You have the right through this charter that is being presented to you in your liberation struggle against foreign domination. That is what we are reading here. If I now go here, but law, we are reading law. This is not a piece of letter. In case if you are joining me now, this is African Charter Article 20, Chapter 1, 2, and 3, that Nigeria is signatory to, which means this is a law here in the zoo. It is a law in the zoo. It's not just an African charter. It's a law in the zoo. It's a Nigerian law. So, what is liberation struggle, which is the means recognized by the international community? One of the means, in fact, the only means in Africa. You know, when I'm talking, I also have to mention that Africa, because here we don't know what is democracy. Democracy does not exist in Africa. The kind of democracy that exists in Africa is the democracy of political criminals who go about stealing from the people, robbing the masses, sharing the public funds, storing this money in foreign bank accounts. If they tell you how many billions or trillions of dollars owned by Tinubu and other politicians in United Kingdom, in Europe, in Switzerland, in America, my brothers and sisters, you will never believe it. They borrow money each and every single month and share that money into two. Share it. The federal will take their own, state will take their own, local government will take their own. You will never see that money. Can you ask yourself, trillions of naira comes into the zoo every single month. They are selling oil on a monthly basis. For crying out loud, God in heaven, please, what are they using this money to do? Every month, if they tell you how many trillions of dollars, I'm not saying naira, if they tell you how many trillions of dollars that is coming into Nigeria on a monthly basis, you will be faint. You will faint. You are going to faint. So have you taken your time and asked a very simple and all important question? What are they using this money for? Because there is no free education in the zoo, no free school. Are they using this money to pay teachers and set up good facilities in the various schools in the zoo that our children may have free education and, of course, study to the maximum? The answer is no. There is no light in the zoo. Are they using these monies to pay or to maintain our electricity? The answer is no. We don't have water, pipe-borne water. We don't have it. Are they using these monies to maintain our water, our clean water, our drinking water? The answer is no. We don't have road network. Are they using these monies to build fantastic roads and give us good road network in our land? The answer is no. We don't have hospitals. Are they using this money to build good hospitals with good equipment, to have good hospitals in our land so that when people are sick, both the rich and the poor, they will be taken care of, they will be treated in our hospitals? The answer is no. We don't have any basic amenity in our land to enjoy as citizens of the so-called country. So what are they using this money for? That is a simple question. Where is this money? They share this money every month. They are sharing it within themselves. They will share from top, from NNPC to the presidency, the executive, judiciary, Senate, security. They are sharing money within the security cabals, the military, the police, the Air Force, the Navy, the NCDC. All of them, they are sharing that money within themselves. At the end of the day, they will now, if 1 million remains, they'll put it in the central bank. It becomes the Nigerian money. It becomes the money in Nigerian purse. That is what they save for you and I. When they tell you they don't have money, you ask themselves, you are doing business, you are selling crude oil on a daily basis. Where is the money? Where is the money? They share it within themselves. You and I, we are suffering. We are running up and down. Our people are traveling abroad, going there to serve old women, and they are slapping them, pouring spit on them, doing anyhow to them. They call them all manner of names, call them monkey, throw them on the road, throw them out of their houses, treat them in a way that you can't even imagine. You can't even recognize that they are treating human beings like this. And these fools, these criminals, don't care. They keep sharing money. They keep sharing money. Now, let us ask. Of course, we all understand the meaning of liberation struggle. We all understand liberation struggle. But before the end of this, we're going to ask that question. We will have to ask that question. Very, very important. So, let me bring back. Somebody said drowning in Mediterranean Sea. Yes. Biafra. Drowning in Mediterranean Sea. That is what we have. I want you to remember the last word, which is the only means recognized in Africa. The only means that is recognized in Africa, which is liberation struggle. That is the only, I said only, not one of the. Maybe in Europe, one of the, because Now they understand the meaning of democracy. Some part of Europe may agree on dialogue and referendum. Now that they understand democracy, at least we saw the one that happened in European Union when Britain seceded from European Union. We also saw the one that happened in UK, in Britain, when Scotland voted, they went to plebiscite and they voted to remain in the United Kingdom. So we saw it. We also saw Czechoslovakia. I don't know if they fought. I can't remember if they fought, but at least we saw that there was, I think there was a referendum in Czechoslovakia. I can't remember vividly if they fought war, but I am very certain that Yugoslavia fought war, and they're also Europe. They're also Europe. So, but some part of Europe, maybe it could be, one of the recognized, means. But here in Africa, it is the only means, only one means, liberation struggle. We are going to come to that in a jiffy, but right now, let us go back to Prime Minister's comment so that we can be able to round up the Prime Minister's words, and then we'll come back to fully analyze that liberation struggle. Now, according to the PM, he concluded by saying, our demands, look at it, the list will be posted after the lockdown has been declared. Our demands are simple, very simple. We only have 3 demands. We don't have too much. We are not asking for too much. We're not asking for too much. Adeka Amoma on the Chagwalobosi. The first one is withdrawals of all Nigeria terrorists in uniform from Biafra territory. You must. I said, everybody should read my lips. The zoo government should read my lips. You must withdraw all your terrorists in uniform with AK-47 within our land. You must. It is a must. It is an order. It is an instruction, whether you like it or not. It is a must. Capital M-U-S-T. You must withdraw all your terrorists in uniform with AK-47 from our land. That is the only way they can be safe. That is the only way. One way. The roads are not two. The roads are not two. The road is no more than one. That is the only way they will be free and alive. The remaining ones. Anybody carrying AK-47 in our land as a zoo agent is a threat, will be seen as a terrorist that he is or she is. It doesn't matter where she comes from. It doesn't matter where he comes from, whether he's a Biafran. We are not fighting the tribal war. As long as you are putting on that symbol of terrorism known as Nigerian police or Nigerian army in our land, you are going down. You are going to kiss the dust. You will kiss the dust. Something is going to hit you. You will kiss the dust. I am telling you now, whether you want, if they cover your ear, if they block your ear from one side, that is your own business. Because ndị Igbo si na ọ na-abụ ọnwụ gụba nwa nkịta ọ narekwe n'isi nsị. Ọ narekwe ya no isi nsị. When the dog wants to kpai, they hear that spirit of kpai, they allow him to smell, to perceive the odor of of shit or defecation. They smell them again, which happens to be one of her favorite food. Shit. I'm talking about a kuke. Our own dogs here, not foreign dogs. Foreign dogs that I believe they don't eat shit. Now, number 2, accept the Biafra referendum, self-referendum, which recorded over 50 million votes so far. You must accept Biafra self-referendum, which has recorded over 50 million votes so far. This is not a joke. There is no any election in the zoo at large that has ever recorded 50 million votes before. No zoo election, no one. The person who is ruling you today did not get up to 5,000 votes. In a country where you have over 230 million people, your president did not record up to 5,000 votes, and he's your president. The highest vote recorded by Peter Obi was about 4 million votes. In a country of over 230 million people. The second highest vote recorded during that 2023 presidential election was about 1.5 million votes recorded by Atiku. Most people who voted for Atiku came from the northern Nigeria. About 1.5 million. Peter Obi gathered over 4 million votes. Why Tinubu did not register ordinary 5,000 votes, and they gave it to him? Because it is a miloko. It was an agreement between him and the North when he brought his money and pushed Buhari to become the president. He brought his money, sponsored Buhari, pushed him with propaganda and everything. They pulled down Jonathan Goodluck. Tinubu brought his money to bring in Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, into our land. They sponsored the terrorism. They destroyed Jonathan's administration, gave it to Buhari. And now, he didn't go to debate. He never debated. The only debate they went, he sent Kashim Shettima. Tinubu did not go to debate. He didn't campaign. He was going about sharing money. He does not have time for all those things because he has told you, Emi Loko, it is my turn. He knows very well it was an agreement between him and the North. And they gave it to him. Now, the number 3. Before number 3, let me finish here. So, if you calculate all the votes recorded during that 2023 election, Peter Obi got about 4 million votes. Atiku about 1.5. Tinubu about 5,000 votes. It is not even up to 6 million votes in the country that has over 230 million people. But here in Biafra, we have recorded over 50 million votes. Over 50 million votes during this self-referendum. That very day, we are going to know. Let me keep that one. Come reserve voya. Come reserve voya. Then number 3 says, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other Biafra political prisoners unconditionally. 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 Very, very, very important. If you fail to release them unconditionally, then we are not having any conversation. No conversation. Don't even dare, don't come around, don't call, don't come. There's no conversation. When we told you that nobody begs his or her way out of freedom, it was never a joke. You fight for it. You fight for it. We are not going to have time for Emeka Anyoku. Probably we will deal with that tomorrow. I'm going to share the link for those who would want to make contributions while we delve into the matter of liberation struggle, because we have to talk about it. Or, as a matter of fact, I think I can... No, let me share the link. If you have my number, you can call on WhatsApp. If you have my number, you can call me on WhatsApp. Meanwhile, let me share the link in the comment section so that those of you who would want to come in and make your contribution will be free to do so. Yes, the link is right now in the comment section for those of you who would want to come in and of course make your contribution. The link is there in the comment section. You can click the link and join me live and direct. So we are going straight now to talk about the liberation struggle, which is what we are doing today. The link is in the comment section for those of you who would want to join. You can as well click that very link and join me. Now, remember, I want you to remember, since the beginning of this very, broadcast, it has been from one dot to another. We have been connecting the dots, right? Everything we are doing, we have done already, has been connecting the dots. And the focal point has been on the update from the Prime Minister of BRGIE. So now we have been connecting the dots from one dot to another. Ofoku na-ebute nke ọzọ. So now, let us see. Let me refresh your memory first. Let me first of all refresh your memory. And for those of you who are coming right now, we are going into something very, very significant. Liberation struggle, because they told us here in chapter 2, they told us colonized or oppressed peoples shall have the right to free themselves from the bondage of domination by resorting to any means recognized by the international community. By resorting, you have the right to free yourself from the bonds of domination by resorting to any means recognized by the international community. By resorting. So you cannot just sit down and say, hey, I want to free myself from domination. Hey, international community, come and free me from... Look at it, that colonized or oppressed people shall have the right to free themselves. You must outline this. Oh, Chineke me onsuba niile ka nguru mmiri. DOS Nigeria West African Limited. Where are you? Hashtag United Nations. Hashtag European Union. Hashtag America. Oh, they are buying us. Oh, they are killing us. Hashtag Britain. Oh, they are killing us. Nigeria is killing us. Oh, United Nations should come to our rescue. Hashtag America. America should come to our rescue. European Union should come to our rescue. DOS Nigeria West African Limited. Come here. Mad people everywhere. Woto to the enemies. You think you are smart, you think you went to school. Yeah, they even told us that the idiot in Switzerland is a lawyer. Like, seriously? Are you kidding me? The idiot in Switzerland is a lawyer and he doesn't know this. My people, if you are joining me right now, what we are treating here, what you are seeing on your screen, is a law, not a mere piece of paper. I want you to know that. is not a mere piece of paper. This is law signed by Nigeria. So, they told you, in fact, they wrote it on a black and white letter that you have the right to free yourself, to free themselves, free yours. They didn't tell you, hi, this is very clear. In fact, this law, this chapter 2, and it's touching every angles concerning what we are doing. That if you are colonized or oppressed, you have the right to free yourself. This law did not tell us that colonized, look at it here, chapter 2. This law did not tell us that colonized or oppressed peoples shall have the right for the African Union to free them from the bonds of domination. This law did not say that. This law did not tell us that colonized or oppressed peoples shall have the right that the European Union should free them from bonds of domination. It didn't say that. It didn't tell us that African Union should free us. It didn't tell us that European Union, America, Asia. It did not tell us that the United Nations should free us. It didn't say that every oppressed people shall have the right of freedom by United Nations. That's when the second about this chapter 2 about very, very naked. That you have the right, he said, shall have the right to free themselves. Free themselves. He's telling you, the right to be free is in your hand, and you are the one who is going to do it. You will find a way. In a way that they have freely chosen. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's chapter 1. Whichever way they have freely chosen. Where is it? Pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. Yes. The last paragraph, Article 20, chapter 1, the last paragraph of chapter 1, say that according to the policy they have freely chosen. They are telling you, whichever way, anyhow you want it, find a way. Don't come to us and beg us to come and do it, for we cannot come. We cannot come. That is what this charter is telling us. He's telling you that European Union cannot come. He's telling you that America cannot come. He's telling you that United Nations cannot come. You must find a way. He said that you must find a way. Whichever way you have freely chosen, go and do it for yourself. But at the end, we will come. Not that we are not going to come. We shall come. But go and do it first. We'll sit by the side and watch you do it. At a point, when we see how you are succeeding, we will come. They didn't tell us that one, but we know because they have done it before. Yotago, they did not tell us that one, but we know based on the old experience. I hope my voice is still coming out. Please, if my voice is coming out, let me know in the comment section. If my voice is still coming out, please let me know in the comment section. Why the link is still there in the comment section. Those of you who would want to join me, you are highly welcome. Click the link in the comment section and, of course, join me live in the studio. Let me know if my voice is still coming out, please. Very, very important so that we can continue. Let me know if you are hearing my voice. Let me know in the comment section so that we can continue. Tonex or Google, I thank you. Your voice is okay. Okay, fine. We have to continue. All right. So it says that, and those of you who have already joined me in the studio, I can see you. Just relax. I'm going to bring you to the screen. So this law has told us that it is no other person Who is coming to do it for us other than us? Find a way. Devise a means. Devise a means and free yourself. We will support you. We will come, but not at that very moment. Not at that moment that you are starting, but bear it in mind, because we made this law. We made this law, and just know that we will come. But don't expect us to tell you how to do it. You must lead the way for us to come. That's what they're saying. That is exactly what they said. Even though it's not written like that, but that is what they said. We cannot lead the line to free you for you. You must lead the line, do it. We'll watch beside, watch you do it. At a certain point, when you are already succeeding, we will come. That's why you see America today paying attention to Biafra government. Are you paying attention? That is the reason why you see America today paying attention to Biafra government. That is the reason why you see a top British media house telling the world, pay attention to Biafra self-referendum. A British media house telling the entire world, pay attention to Biafra self-referendum. Because they have been watching us and they see that we are succeeding. They see that we are succeeding. They see that we're on top of the game. And anybody who fails to come now may regret it later, because if we get 2 or 3, 4, 5 countries that will support us, we may decide, okay, we are going to work with them alone. So everybody must register now, because we've got what every country needs in the world. Relationship with Biafra is far bigger and better than relationship with other, or should I say, with the entire colonized African countries all over Africa. Colonized countries under the neo-colonization of British and French. Any country that has relationship with Biafra, is far better, and a harmonized relationship than any country in a relationship with these current African countries being colonized and suffering the neo-colonization of British and French rule. I'm telling you the truth, because we've got everything and we are open for business. So before going into the liberation struggle thing, Mazi Ezioku, can you unmute yourself and speak to Biafrans before we go into the dissection of liberation struggle? Mazi Ezioku, grab the microphone. Everybody has 2 minutes, please.
All right. Good evening, Mazi. Thank you for your job that you are doing. Thank you for being consistent in all you are doing, because this is the time to do the needful. Of course, you have been there. Yes. I also want to thank our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the strong man, the finisher, the Odogu, the one who said, no, you cannot continue to decimate my people. The one who has decided that he will not let our leader Mazen Nande come down. The one who understands the template on how to get this freedom achieved. I want to thank him so much for his doggedness, and at the same time, everyone that is the real genuine ones. I thank you all, and my brother who is Pastor Van Van Van. God bless you too, wherever you are. Every one of you. Yes, this is very, very important. Of course, some people don't get it. They think it was then. But we want to tell them that everything has time. You know, just like the scripture says, there is time and purpose for everything under the sun. This is a time of freedom. It doesn't matter what the enemy is doing. The time has come to do the real thing. So those who think that it is business as usual, I'm so sorry, because Oga completely. We are moving forward to make sure that people are liberated by the special grace of God without taking much of our time. It's just for you to know, and everybody to know, that God has selected people to make this thing happen. And Obatobie is the man of the match. And he has a template he's rolling. So, Onya Nochirozo, Nkabasre, this is the actual time for the pure liberation of our people, and that must be done. It's a tax. Concerning the lockdown, that lockdown is a test of what is coming on December 2nd. After December 2nd, they are going to see shed. My brother, make I just leave here for now, so that another person will contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. I appreciate your contribution. God bless you. All right. Mazi Onyekachuku, please grab the microphone.
The Ikuku, one of Biafra land.
You're welcome.
I greet you, my brother. Thank you so much for your good works. I just want to say more grace to your Evos. Fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, I greet you all. Those of you Biafran comrades, more grace to your Evos. Keep it up. Remember that greater the risk, greater the profit. Closer the victory, tougher the battle. And winners does not quit, and quitters does not win. We are winners. We can never quit. I just want to look into the to just add to things. You have analyzed everything. You have done the analysis in a way that even a layman will understand it properly. You said it all. When I read that that African charter, that particular charter verse you read, the African Charter for Human and People's Rights, and also the UN Charter. When I see all these rights, you know, before you see all some other lawyers, we are going to do before that they will put a referendum in the constitution. I laughed. I was one guy. I said, these people, are they playing with our intelligence, or is it the ignorant of this, or deliberately doing this? Nigeria is not only signatory to both laws, they have both laws domesticated into Nigeria. That is to say, those laws are 100% legal in Nigeria.
Of course.
We are not committing any crime. It's Nigeria that is committing crime against us. Okay? They are the one committing crime against us. Everything we are doing is ambit of law, not just signatory to the law. You know, to be signatory is different. To have the law domesticated is to make it to be legal as other laws in Nigeria Constitution in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And some who claim to be lawyers. You see them say they were going to make constitution and referendum to the Nigeria Constitution. Doing this to play over intelligence, or when I look at them, I say, look at these people, they know what's coming. And again, you talk about a Miloko, you know, he spent money for it, and that they had the agreements. But another thing again, they used to tie not is allowing the mask wearer the impostor that ruled for 6 years after the death of Le Buhari. They're all aware of this.
Of course.
Osinbajo is aware. Adeboye is aware. Tinubu, all of them are aware that the Buhari died and the impostor ruled for 6 years. This is one of the things again. Whenever they want to, they will remind the drug lords, the ex-convict will remind them that he is aware of the game they play. You know what I'm saying? That is why, that is something that is happening now. That you know, because they have played that game and the Milokoso is is the man of the game as well. You know what they know. What I'm saying, that is a problem they are having now. So my people, this our lockdown, forceful lockdown. When you have you read that chapter, we tell it when you have the armed invader. If you have armed invaders, that you have the right for armed struggle. Self-defense. In self-defense, what they call the also third-party defense. Everybody will have the right to defend the vulnerable one, which is what our BDF is doing. This is our inalienable right. Okay, you don't wait when an armed robber comes to your house with AK-47. DPO, there's armed robber in my house. Should I defend myself? You cannot do that. It is your right. And again, in this self-defense, it is also for you to serve yourself with equal proportion.
Of course.
Also use what is higher, but you can't use machete to go confront the AK-47 invader. You can't use machete. It is law for you to have the right to use that same AK-47. Even if you have machine gun to confront that person that will be killing you with AK-47, and you don't need to wait. Having known that this invader is here to take your life, you don't have to wait until he take. You have to see evidence beyond double that is there to kill you. You have killed many of your people. So what you have to do is now take them down before they take you down, which is what our men are doing. So we have to support them 100%. 100%. Support them with an ramification financially to get them well equipped to make sure that all these terrorists are brought down before they finish us. They have killed millions of our people. We have seen our people being killed, and the painful aspect, they're not just killing just to kill them. They are using our past again to make millions of dollars. By harvesting our organs. When you see when they attack some villages, you see the village, they tell you that they recover bodies of 100 people, but the 150 are missing. Those ones are missing not because they're alive. They have taken their body. As they're killing, they are selecting the able-bodied one. They will harvest their organ. In Ebonyi, when they attack Ebonyi State, one village in Ebonyi State, as they are killing, the Nigerian military use their van to pick some able bodies. So the youths realize this. The angry youth accosted them and forced them to drop the bodies. This is what they have been doing. Because when you kill somebody accidentally, the organ will stay some hours before the organ will die. So they have standby doctors. After harvesting, taking the vital parts they need, they will dig to the grave and pour acid and put them there. This is what they have been doing. So my people, these people need to be no mercy. In fact, in dictionary for our generation, mercy, forgiveness is a crime. The meaning of forgiveness in our own dictionary against when it comes to our enemies, these murderous invaders of our land, forgiveness means crime. That is the meaning of forgiveness in our own dictionary. When it comes to these people, when you want to know the meaning of forgiveness, it means crime. If we hear from you forgiveness of them, you will be also brought down. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for that, your wonderful contribution. I appreciate you. He said a lot of words, especially from the beginning. Quitters, winners never quit and quitters never win, and all that. So I applaud him for that. All right, Rising Sun, please, if you are there, grab the microphone and talk to Biafrans.
Good evening, my big brother.
You're welcome, Mazi.
Good evening. Thank you for a good work. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My big brother, I always call you my big brother because once somebody is doing the right thing, you become my best friend. Not only my friend, you become my brother, a close relation. Ema eziokwu na agbadi ka ọnwa ma ọrụ ndị side anyị asị oziokwu na agbadi ka ọnwa. Your expose, your broadcast is getting more deeper every day by day, more interesting. May God empower you. I may not have time begun to mention all of you names one by one. even one by one. You people are doing great, especially our Prime Minister. Onye Awodegu. Also, ụbọchị amụrụ dike na mba ka amụrụ ibe ya. Ụbọchị amụrụ dike na mba ka amụrụ ibe ya. Onye a wụ ezigbo dike. Ọ kpaga nka ọhụrụ ndị side ha sị mma na-akpa nka ọ kpaga nka. Truly, that man is great. He's a great man. He's born to liberate his people. I have studied his movement, everything he's doing. I find out that this is a Moses of our own time. He's a Moses, pure Moses of our own time. One of our brother made mention of Nigerian lawyers. What I want to say concerning our people and some of Nigerian people here, sometimes they claim they are lawyers and they claim they are intelligent, this and that and that. These people are court and nail lawyers. Most of them did not know the real right of a citizen. Because of what? Some of them buy certificate. Some of them bribe somebody to take exam for them. Some of them get that position with money by help of a brother or a father or a cousin's brother or something like that who is rich to get a position. Especially in Nigeria, there is nobody that is qualified in any position he find himself. They qualify themselves by their money, bribe. For instance, you see a banker, he read law, he's working in bank, like this CBN governor, is engineer, but he's a CBN governor. What is relationship between a bank and the engineer? And you see that is Nigeria was structured to fail. Nigeria was not structured to succeed. Nigeria was structured for disgrace. So you can never see anything good. Sometimes you see these people, you see them trying to raise some propaganda news, trying to say one thing or another, like that lady that was giving interview or in our leader platform, you say, like this is a pay agent. I don't pick interest on them. When I come across that such nonsense brokers, I roll it off, because this is a pay agent. They are paid. May God bless you people. You people are really doing great. You people are making us proud. You are making us proud. We are proud of you people. May God bless you, strengthen you people. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. He say, Mazi. God bless you. Thank you so much for your contribution. That was very, very awesome. Now, in conclusion, in conclusion, if you look at your screen here, based on what I have searched, liberation struggle meaning, as you can see on your screen. Now, it says, a liberation movement is an organization or political movement leading a rebellion or a non-violent social movement against a colonial power or national government, often seeking independence based on a nationalist identity and an anti-imperialist outlook. Now, it has two meanings here. The first one is a rebellion, and the second one is non-violent social movement. Right? And remember, in the first one, it says, We are connecting the dots, isn't it? It says here, just a moment. It says here, according to the policy they have freely chosen. Pay attention. This is very, very important. And in conclusion as well. According to the policy they have freely chosen, which is the way, whichever policy you want to choose in order to liberate yourself. We are talking about liberation struggle. Whichever policy that they have freely chosen, according to the policy they have freely chosen. Now, I want you to outline that. Just remember that. I'm taking you back to the liberation struggle. They said, according to the policy that you have freely what? Chosen. Now, when they told you liberation struggle, we checked liberation struggle. They said the first meaning is rebellion, and the second meaning is non-violent social movement. Now, and on top of that liberation, before the liberation, they told us in any means that we have freely chosen. We now came back and say, this is Africa. In Africa, they do not understand the full meaning of, democracy. We started with this under IPOB. We started with this with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Non-violent social movement. Against what? Against a colonial power or national government, often seeking independence based on nationalist identity and an anti-imperialist outlook. So we began with this under IPOB. Apart from Wazirike's Masop, under IPOB we began with this. And what did we gain? What did we get in return? My people, I want you to pay attention, please. As we started with this, what did we get in return? Can somebody tell me what we got in return in the comment section? What did we get in return? Massacre. Only one word. You don't have to type too much. We got massacre. Isn't it? Is it a lie? Are we here for propaganda? We got massacre. Mass massacre. Mass murder of innocent, non-violent social movement who gathered and waved Biafran flag with placards calling for the restoration of Biafra. We got massacre. That is what we got. And now, by the moment we formed the government in exile, we sat down, we asked ourselves very, very strong, important, and of course, very, very serious question. What is our problem? What do we want? We have been doing it like this. What did we gain in return? We got massacre. So should we continue in this way and continue receiving massacre on a daily basis? We said no. We have to do what? For the fact that Africa does not understand the meaning of democracy, whereby when you say, I want to be law-abiding, I want to, law-abiding, and of course, at the same time, exercise my right for freedom, they massacre you. Therefore, we have to choose this, which is also our right. Freely chosen. You have your right to freely choosing whichever means recognized by international community to free yourself. And they gave us options. It's like when God created the world, God said, I give you good and bad. But I want to advise you to choose good, to choose good, that you may live a good life. Now, the same Lord gave us the same thing, rebellion or non-violent. Now, depending on the atmosphere, is it? Depending on the atmosphere, depending on the area, depending on the location, depending on the geographical location you find yourself, depending on the, the kind of democracy that you practice in the area where you find yourself. And unfortunately, we find ourselves in an area where democracy is non-existent. That is the reason why we chose this. Rebellion. And when you copy it, this is an option given to us by the law. I'm telling you, by the law. Everything I say is based on law. Right? So now, when you choose that, and you have to go and check, ask what is the meaning. This is what we got. Look at it. Rebellion. An act of armed resistance. An act of armed resistance to an establishment, to established government or leader. Only that. I don't want to see any other thing. You see? Chai. So when I told you that every single thing we are doing is within the ambit of the law, don't joke with it. It is pure. If I not to wear here, I not to walk on here. I not to walk on. We are late. This is 11:30 in our land. We are late. But people are still here, seated, listening to the gospel of redemption. Did you see the meaning of rebellion? Look at it here. Rebellion. No. One of the options given to us by law. An act of armed resistance. It didn't tell you an act of protest. It says an act of armed resistance. And today, the government of Biafra has Biafra resistance fighters, still within the ambit of the law. You see? To do what? To an established government or leader. If you go further, you see the authorities put down a rebellion by landless colonials. Is enough. Is enough. So, Biafrans, if you haven't in any way supported the liberation of Biafra financially, I'm saying financially, very, very important, you must underline it, financially. I don't know what you're waiting for. And don't say you have billions, you are famous, you are recognized, therefore Biafra is not for you. I'm sorry. Biafra is for everybody. Even within the government, we have philosophers, we have doctors, we have nurses, midwives, we have engineers, we have pilots. As you can see today, the first program we did today was the presentation of the Biafra aviation by the aviation minister. If he doesn't know anything about aviation, he can never be an aviation minister. We are not the zoo, whereby you bring one Almajiri and make him minister of finance, who doesn't know anything about finance. You bring one Almajiri, make him minister of aviation, who doesn't know anything about aviation. You bring one Almajiri, make him minister of oil and gas, or minister of minerals, or whatever they call them, who doesn't know anything about minerals. So everybody occupying any position in the government of Biafra is his position, is the position that he had already studied, is a particular thing that he had already studied in the school, and he is an expert on that particular field before you can be made a minister of such of a position, or position. So that is how the government of Biafra operates. If you have not supported this very movement financially, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you are too big, if you are rich, come, you will meet your type in the government. You meet the people you can communicate with, who equal your standard. They are there. And if you think that nobody equals your standard, you don't have to communicate with anybody. You don't have to go to anybody. You don't have to call anybody on phone. Just click the link of the Biafra government and put in your financial support, even though you don't want to be recognized. Very, very important. The link of Biafra government is there. If you cannot go to the prime minister's, official handle, you can as well, right there in your bedroom, you can go to Google and type Biafra government in exile. Biafra Republic government in exile. Once the website opens, you will see how to pay. You will see everything is there. Whether you want to support Biafra, whether you want to vote, whether you want to register for ID card, anything, everything you want is on our website. You don't want to communicate with anybody. You don't want anybody to know that you are supporting Biafra in any way. Don't call. No need. You can do it Nicodemously. Just type in your Google, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. You will see the link. You will see the website. Once it's open, everything is there. You can choose how you want to support Biafra, whether weekly, daily, monthly, whichever way you want. Put it there. Put your own support financially. Very, very important. That we may continue to move in speed and decimate the terrorists in our land, and at the end to be free and be free indeed. Thank you, my people. Chukwu okike abịama bless all of you. I don't want to talk again. I'm very, very, very okay at this very point in time. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Mazi Simon Ekpa and protect him. Give him more wisdom upon wisdom, that he may lead this very movement to the total restoration of Biafra, that we all may dance and celebrate Chukwu okike abịama on the streets of Biafra. May God bless all of you, all the financial donors and supporters of this very great movement. I pray that Chukwu okike abịama bi n'eluigwe bless your handwork. Whatever you lay hand upon, thou shalt prosper. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Chukwu okike abịama gọzie gị, bless you, protect you in anything you do. Bless our men on ground. God in heaven, Chukwu okike abịama, lekwa ụmụ gị nọ n'ime ọfịa, buru egbe, na-echekwa obodo ifuru n'anya. Biko gọzie fa. As we enter into this very 1-month lockdown of the zoo institutions in our land, make them invisible. Make them invisible to the enemies. Kafaburi ikuku n'anya ndị iro. That word you said, when the Israelites went to the war, they finished the enemies. When they went back, they counted themselves and they realized that they are all complete. No one person was missing. Not even one. Nobody, no army was missing. But they finished the enemies. The time has come, Chukwu Okike Abiama, when you are going to apply that same methodology, that same way that you did it for the children of Israel. The time has come for you to apply that model again, that your children may be free. As we go and finish the enemies, we will come back successfully, count our armies, and we are complete, that we may rewrite our stories for our generations to come. Thank you all. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you as we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Ise. Good evening from here, from me. Bye for now.